Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jeff from Daily Drivers, and I'm super excited today because we're going to look at the all-new 2022 Chevy Silverado ZR2. They make a trim of this in the Colorado, and it utilizes the same DSSV Multimatic dampers as this Silverado does. You get different wheels. These are a brand new wheel design specifically for the ZR2. You got your badging, of course. Underneath the bumper, there actually is not visible exhaust tips. They're actually tucked up underneath the bumper, and you can actually see them right here. There's one on each side, and that's just for a higher approach angle in the back. Back here, looks just like a normal Silverado. Nothing really different here except for at the end of the spray and bed liner, there's a ZR2 stamp there. Still got your outlet in the back. 2-inch lift from the factory, just like the Trail Boss. Just has a lot more aggressive tires, different bumpers. Standard with the 6.2 liter V8. This is a good looking truck. I really like what they did with this. Got the red hooks just like the Trail Boss. You have this. It's actually you can put your hand through it. It's actually they call it a flow tie design. So instead of it being like a solid piece, it's actually hollowed out so air can go inside. Pretty neat. So this is a ZR2 specific interior color as well. The gray and black two-tone is specific to the ZR2, as well as the pattern that's on the seats as well, and the yellow stitching up front all across the dash on the door panels here. Crew cab, of course. You can only get this in a crew cab. Okay, we're going to get out here. Heated seats in the rear, of course. I'm going to get on this side because for some reason they decided to turn the child locks on that side. So we're going to get out this way. I'm going to go around and pop the hood. There we go. A little windy out today. Just got done raining not too long ago. It didn't look very good. So under here, you still got the 6.2 liter that's available in the lower trim level Silverados. Good for 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque, driven by a 10-speed automatic. Fuel economy, you suffer a little bit just because this is kind of the off-road brute version of the Silverado that you can get. Fuel economy is around 14 miles a gallon around town and around 17 miles a gallon on the highway. And this new aggressive hood cowl design is really cool. I really like that a lot. Just a good-looking truck overall. Just a good looking truck. I really like the design. So we're gonna go in here and start it up. It's already on accessory. Sounds real aggressive on startup. Turn the fan down a little bit. I'm gonna turn my ventilated seats off. So this has just about all the equipment you can get in a high country. You get your heated seats, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. Like I said, heated seats in the back. This has the electronic precision shift, just like that LTZ that I did a video on earlier a couple weeks ago. Got your Bose sound system, of course. You got power fold mirrors, all your blind spot, lane keep assist, all that. All your safety features are standard. Got your, don't know if you can see it in the windshield, but you do have a heads-up display. You can see your speed, as well as your following distance, a compass, all your inclinations, steering angle, grade, bank, stuff like that. I'm gonna turn the fan down. It might actually be, I wonder if that's the lowest the fan can go. I guess it is. Nah, here, I'll actually turn it off for now. There we go. Parking brake over here. You got your memory seats. I'm actually going to set it. I'm going to set it right there because that's where I want it. 4-wheel drive, of course. You have your trailer mode, the little button down there. And then you got all your drive modes, your off-road, terrain, of course. Terrain mode, you have to be in 4 low to use, or 4 high, I apologize. And now I'm in, I just want to make sure I'm back in normal. Okay, perfect. Get your cruise control. Your paddles on the back here are paddle shifters because it has this new shifter. The 10-speed is actually through a paddle shift system too if you drop it into low gear. Infotainment system is just like the LTZ that I took a look at. Google Maps is built in. And turn on my location. I'm done there for now. Pretty cool. You have your audio options over here. AM, FM, Sirius XM. You can pair with Bluetooth, of course. You can pair your phone right here. All your cameras. You got your surround vision, of course, and they actually made this specifically look like a ZR2 with the hood cowl right there on the front of it, which is pretty neat. Get your front and back cameras. You have a zoomed in surround view of the front and back. You got your side mirrors, front and back. You got your hitch view. You can turn off the surround vision if you want. And you also have a bed view too with the hitch guide, and you can zoom in as well. Your trailering app still, just like other Silverados. You can make trailer profiles and adjust settings for each trailer, so this way you don't have to keep readjusting your settings. Wi-Fi hotspot. You can still adjust your climate settings with buttons on here instead of using these buttons here. Excuse me. I'm going to turn the air on. It's starting to get a little warm in here. Hot and humid today. That's been the going rate for the weather for the past 2 weeks. It's just been in the 90s and 80s and absolutely humid and miserable. So I think we're ready to take this thing for a spin. The only other thing is it has a sunroof, a power slide rear window, built-in garage door opener, of course. You can open the sunroof with those buttons up there. This has the center console because it has the shifter. You have your wireless phone charger right there. I can actually take my phone and put it right there. You don't have to open the console to charge it. You can just slide it in there just like that. And that's where the phone charger is. You do have a 120 volt 3-prong outlet inside the console, as well as USB A and C. You got your little storage bin in there, plenty of storage. Over here you got your upper glove box, and down here your lower. All the buttons in the middle here, you have your lane departure warning and lane keep assist. You have your front and rear park sensors. This turns off the auto stop, which stops the engine at a red light. This, you could drop your tailgate, hazards, traction control, downhill descent control. And these buttons here lock the rear, and this locks the front and the rear. This locks both. Unfortunately, I don't really have a gravel lot to test that out for you. We're going to basically focus on the drive quality on road here for this video. So I think we're about ready. We're going to take this thing for a ride. Let me go ahead and buckle up. We're going to take this thing for a ride. So for those of you who didn't watch the last video, the electronic precision shift is pretty easy to use. This little unlock button on the side with your thumb, you just have to hold that in and pull back, and that's drive. And if you hold it in and push all the way forward, that's reverse, and your camera pops up. And then you can just pop it back into drive. You don't have to use the button. Or without using the unlock button, if you press it up, that's just neutral. Okay. I think we are ready to go. Except for my cell phone. I'll put that up here in the charger. Okay. barely got to step on the pedal in order for there to be some form of acceleration. The 6.2 is really, really good performance-wise. Very excited to test this thing out. Taking the bumps pretty well so far. Noticeably different than the other suspensions that Silverado has to offer. Handled the turns pretty well. Coming up the hill, acceleration, didn't even need to barely press the pedal at all, of course. Little to no body roll, turns right in. One thing I do appreciate is that for how knobby and aggressive the tire tread is, you don't really hear it that much. You hear the road more than you hear the tires rolling. Installation is very good. You don't really hear them a whole lot. You do hear them a little bit, but that's with any all-terrain tire. With how aggressive these are, I am very shocked at how you can't really hear them all that well. So we're going to take this thing on the ramp and see how it does. I'm going to leave it in automatic mode. As you would expect for a 6.2, acceleration is no issue, even in a truck as big as this. That bridge is also a very good test of the suspension. Smooth as silk. You still felt the bumps, but they weren't harsh. Like, it didn't feel like you were getting slammed around back and forth. Very, very smooth. Okay. Well, that was awesome. This truck rides phenomenal. I love the fade in the daytime running lights too. This is just such a good looking truck. I mean, everybody has their own tastes as to what they like in a vehicle, but this is such a nice truck. I mean, it should be, considering it's essentially, for me, a combination of the two highest trim levels of each line of vehicles. It's got the Colorado ZR2 mixed together with, to me, a high country Silverado 1500. So it has all the features and it has all the off-road performance, especially with those Goodyear Wranglers. This Glacier Blue is a gorgeous color, especially in the sunlight here. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.